lineup for the two teams. Blitz will be Emmy, Breno, Hyperino, World Life, Lucas, Johannes, Pumba, and Mano. And for Raven, it will be Decronix, Kawusa, Rune, Mr. Noises, Troubled Gump, Wonder Bamboo, also known as Turbo Bansku, Zitro, and Hexwell. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They kick off for bronze match here for BCL Season 8 between BLITZ eSports and RaVe eSports. Go straight into the action here. Hopefully, down is kicking in there. World Life trying to get a couple of shots there onto the transport helicopter. We'll watch this straight start here. RaVe have a very good presence onto the middle flanks here, of course, trying to get that roof control straight away from the beginning with Chronix and Azitra Q. And Lucas here trying to contest and stop that push from the very top. Of Blitz holding kind of a roof control, but not really onto the point as Bravo and Charlie fall straight away onto Raven's control. But Mr. Noise will be doing a little push here onto the roof to try and clear it up. Is the Blitz player here to get defended, but he has his guard down. He gets taken out there instantly. Pumba falling down to Mr. Noises. And is there anything happening here? We do have one C4 Jeep coming in. This is Bamboo. Going to be pushing for Alpha objective to try and speed things up and put a little bit more pressure. Blitz. But I mean, here
he seems to be unspotted, but the tank, the tank is not going back yet, so he's unspotted right now. It's always hard to say what's going on Zavod in the first 30 seconds, 60 seconds, because like we see Raven lost heli, but they took the flags, so it doesn't really mean that they have control over the middle, which it seems they do right now, but in the first seconds you can't say, because actually, Blitz took the roofs, so everything could have happened.
Yeah.
They're still in the air, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. It was a Breno with Mano just jumping out of the helicopter seat there, but Bravo is still in firm control. We do have Bamboo trying to put a little bit of pressure and keep World Life from pushing up onto the middle objectives. And it's still going to be anybody's game here as Hyperino in a big squad push onto Bravo objective. Trying to contest the Raven sponsor coming in from the flag. Hyperino trying to get a couple kills here. Gets and takes out Hex. Wow. But it seems to be a fairly easy grab of Bravo objective here, but we do have Emmy on the roof control trying to get that assist. Breno seat switches swiftly. Switching.
Yeah, Raven do seem to be kind of losing control over the middle right now. They don't have basically any presence there. And it's only Bamboo on the enemy Alpha flag, so it's going to be pretty interesting. The tank's there also, and Rune seems to be pretty defensive on Delta, which happens a lot with the US tank.
Yeah.
So recap coming in. No, Raven are on Bravo now, so everything's going to be fine for them.
They do have one spawn for them to contest against here as Chronix is preparing for any sort of push here, but there's a big Raven presence there. 3 of them getting taken out. We have Hyperino kind of getting one kill there onto Kawusa and trying to sneak out, getting a second one as well on Hex. And that looks like Bravo objective will be falling into the hands of Blitz there, but there is the Chronix coming in with one squad mate spawning in on him. Hyperino trying to get the to jump in, but unfortunately does not make it as Mr. Noises takes him out there. But the refrag coming in straight away from Emmy with the straw on Charlie Roof. But Blitz haven't really pushed towards Delta objective yet, and they're quite happy just to hold this middle section. 2 players from Raven, Rune, Bamboo probably going on to Alpha objective with 3 bodies.
They are pushing into Delta now, though, so it's pretty dangerous for Raven. I don't know if you saw that, but Raven was actually defending their Delta flag with an additional infantry. Gump with some kind of a DMR was defending Delta flanks, so that makes your tank much more secure, and you can actually defend it. But in the meantime, they had no push towards enemy Alpha, so that's how they got recapped at some point. They lost control.
Yeah, and Raven are running with 1 person down, and 1 person can make a difference. So Blitz do have an advantage right now with having 1 extra player, but Hyperino gets taken out by Kawusa as he tried to cap that Delta flag, but Johannes pushing in as well. Try and avenge the death there, but manages to take out a Hex there from that tubing. suppressed here, and he does get taken out there by Zitrike.
Yeah, but the push is pretty heavy on Delta right now. I didn't notice that they were playing 7v8. I don't know how long they are playing 7v8, but if this is more than like 1 minute, then they're doing really good, because Zavod's a very, very hard map to play 7v8, as you will be outnumbered on, you know, any of the flags, so I'd say they're doing really good.
Yeah, I mean, they are starting to have a push here onto Charlie objective with Kawusa and the Chronics there, but the roof control belonging to BLITZ right now with 3 players, Johannes, Pumba, and Hyperino, all here on the points, but they're not on the point, they're not on the flag, so the Chronics just waiting here, slowly contesting that flag, but they did jump down here. Leader Johannes stopping that burn from progressing any further in the favor of RaVe, and he has a, I don't know, but taking Charlie flag, it's such a large objective to take, and there is sort of a, I don't know, an advantages and disadvantages of how you cap it. For example, you have the presses on one side, which you can have the little bit of height advantage, and you're still in the cap radius. And on the other side, you have the protection of the generators or machines. We're all taking out Kawusa there from Hyperino.
You can also have a lot of tank help on Charlie, whilst on Bravo, well, you can throw the incendiaries to the bottom, but you know, you can't really contest the infantry that are taking it. What RaVe didn't do too well in the last 2 minutes was they tried to push both Charlie Bravo flags, like they had 2 people on one, and a tank and I think Z-Turk on the other flag. And you know, when you're outnumbered 7v8, doing that is pretty bad.
They're still down 1 player, and it's plugging here, but at least the ticket bleed has stopped there, and there's some contesting going on to Alpha with 2 players from RaVe, and Emmy's the first one to arrive on the scene here to stop the push, and he manages to take out Scrubber Gump there quickly, being that kangaroo rat. So, you know, one for the gimme flags. Unfortunately, Rune is able to save that and take out Emmy, but there is, unfortunately, an overwhelming number of BLITZ players pushing out to Alpha objective and stopping that cap from happening. But it looks like RaVe are setting up here on Bravo objective with roof control belonging to them, and Zitaro going for a kill here. Formation, I believe he did hear some footsteps coming in. It is Pumba. It's a waiting game between Pumba and Zitaro. And Zitaro nicely done, coming around that corner and taking him out very quickly, only taking minimal damage on Bravo, and to be able to cap it fairly quickly. But there's a respawn coming in. Hyperino, Charlie trying to be contested by Lucasi, whipping out the G18, but Hicks spawning there quickly and taking him out. The gamey push onto Delta from BLITZ, though.
Yep, Mino and WorldLife, who basically did a really critical defense on Alpha a minute ago, because if RaVe would have taken that flag, it would be a free cap. They didn't. They defended it. And now they're pushing Delta flag. But on the other hand, we see Bamboo, helped by Rune, doing some damage on Alpha, and it's going to be really interesting to see. It's 2v2 right now.
Yeah, I'm just watching Scrubber Dunk here trying to hold the situation on Delta, but unfortunately he falls there down to Mano. Guess let's go over to Alpha objective here with Rune. Live, is there anyone for him to contest? There is 1 player waiting up on the stairs, and unfortunately Braino manages to dunk him quite easily.
Oh, Braino makes such a mistake. He goes out of the cap at the, like, for the last second, and he manages, Bamboo manages to take the flag.
The game changer now, the spawns can easily come in here, and they have to waste time waiting, but there it is. Gump coming in straight away onto Alpha objective. Well, small mistakes could make a difference. I think Gump is going to wait for dead level.
He has to wait. They don't know he's there. He spawned outside of the flag, and he's just going to wait until they clear it and leave it. That's how you should do it. And Noises is back, so core infantry player.
Yeah, maybe helping those pushes on the middle flags there. Bravo's being contested, but in the meantime, Delta's being taken back with the help of Rune and Usa and Bamboo. But there is a push happening onto Charlie flag, and of course you do not want to lose those 2 middle flags. It's going to make a big difference into things. Look out about Chronix coming in, getting that kill in onto Emmy. Fairly easy, and Mr. Noise as well, eliminating Braino's presence on Charlie. Hope they don't force too many players to push up onto Bravo objective. They're playing a little bit smart. They're leaving Zitaro on the roof. Onyx is pushing up onto the objective. We have Mr. Noises here, sensing the presence of Johannes, who unfortunately takes him out.
In the meantime, we see Gump locking down the tank. I think WorldLife was kind of aware of his presence there. He took some time to find him. He did not find him, and now Gump's going to go into the flag again, forcing the tank to move back probably as soon as he spots that flag going. On Zavod, the tank never wants to have infantry behind him because, you know, one straw shot to the middle and you're disabled.
Gump is being a very key player right now here, keeping the pressure on Alpha. It's already 2 players out of the game, especially the armor out of the question to push up onto the objectives. Using the sneaky spot here. And
he's doing it great. Like, look what's happening right now. His presence alone there forced the tank +1, +2 actually, to go back defend Alpha, and they lost the free cap pretty easily. That's very nice play.
And Hex getting us almost getting a double there as Blitz just tried to blitz on by, but Zedro getting the frag in there, taking out Pumba and stopping that push. But there's a quad bike with Johannes trying to go onto Delta objective, and the second one from Emmy getting a spawn in from Lucasi, crashing into the container, stylishly trying to arrive to Delta, but Rune will stop that push. Hopefully he is being very defensive here on Delta. But World Life is quite close by, trying to get some information to push up onto Charlie objective. And a small push coming in as well onto Bravo. Looking fairly balanced here, and with Raven being able to hold off with 1 player down for such a long amount of time and do fairly well, as you said. It's fairly optimistic for them, leading especially by 100 tickets, well, 70 tickets so far. So quite comfortable position, but it could go anyway as this Delta flag just gets stopped at the very last second by Bamboo from being right out.
Doing a great job there, blocking that. And the tank goes back now, so that push will not work probably. Yep, here we go. It's interesting, like, Blitz are having a nearly constant air presence there, but they don't seem to be dropping too much on that Delta. We also have a spawn on Alpha, probably Caboose is going to be... No, he's pushing back to the middle too with P-Turk.
I mean,
Blitz seem to be getting a lot of control now in the middle.
A quick changeover, but Rune has to repair as he loses his tank there due to that heavy roof presence from Blitz. The engineer kits going to take out a tank fairly quickly as soon as that APS is fired. Rune is going to try to get some vengeance, but unfortunately Emmy predicting that move and getting the quick kill with the G18. And Bamboo, of course, will be pushing onto the gimme flag straight away as Delta is being contested right now by Johannes and the squad mate. Could be Lucasi.
Yeah, and Noises is dropping again for Raven. That's pretty ugly for them.
It is. I mean, yeah, but they still have a little bit of time. Hopefully Noises will be able to rejoin here. Delta flag with a heavy presence. It's going to be a quick cap for Blitz. 3 bodies, but there is a push going in onto Charlie, and the last one holding it down is Mano. He's trying to get the kill, but unfortunately gets dunked there by Dacronix. The P90, the World Life though coming in as well. The tank pushing out to the center, buying the infantry a little bit of time to try and stop this flag from being capped. It is capped now. And Hexwell getting taken out there with Lucasi, getting a double with the AEK. And question, with the patch coming in for the incendiary grenade in the tanks, do you think it's kind of changed things up with the fact that the incendiary does not go through walls anymore, and clearing Delta and Alpha become a harder task?
It's a big change. It's you know, like, well, in my opinion, to be true, you know, to tell the truth, it was a bit OP. Like, you know, it shouldn't go through the walls. You know, it was too much, and infantry was dying from that too much. It was really powerful. In the middle, on Alpha, on Delta, everywhere, like throughout all the maps, and it was one of the first choices tank drivers had. Also, like, you know, you could defend flags which were more or less undefendable or hard to take back, having that incendiary. So I think it's a good change, and yes, it does change a lot for the tank drivers and for the infantry, but it's a good one. It's, you know, it balances things up.
Okay. Yeah, it did make things much balanced, especially on the trains there when you did have the infantry push. You believed you were safe, but popping an incendiary grenade from the tank, or even from the infantry loadout,
Yeah, exactly.
make things difficult. Land it, trap the people, and smoke them out, as George Bush would say. But we have Mr. Noises on Charlie objective, trying to get a little bit of information here and push up onto the point, but low health doesn't do much to contest against. You're getting a little bit of a push. He's back into the game as 8v8, and bit of a standoff here between the two flags being exchanged. Bravo going towards Blitz. Charlie hopefully falling towards RaVe. Lucasi getting taken out there by Mr. Noises, and can he stay alive just enough? But unfortunately, Johannes taking out Noises there on the point.
Yeah, Noises thankfully back again for RaVe. They will probably be wanting to repair that internet connection during the break.
That was a huge disadvantage. Keep dropping connections, and it's. I think the worst I've ever experienced it in a match was losing 3 players at once.
Oh really? Wow.
3 players on Zavod.
Oh, that's GG. I never had that. I had 2 players, like a lot. In ACX we had like drops every game for like 15 consecutive games, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we were basically playing 7v8
Yes.
format. But 3 players, I didn't have that ever, I think.
When we have Scrub Lord Gump coming in as the Kangaroo Rat. And if I'm not mistaken, that's one of your creations. Or, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, well...
what's the history behind the Kangaroo Rat?
Well, you get annoyed when you have that kind of a player doing that all over again and again against your team. Like, you take the heli from the base and he insta shoots you with a straw. There's mines everywhere lying around your tank, even in the base. And you know, he's always around there, and that's a good role for a team leader, you know, because a team leader can't focus too much on like
everything. No.
Yeah, like on very dynamic infantry fights and all that. So it's good that the team leader takes that kind of a role. It's, you know, it's something he can do whilst actually leading the team.
We have Rune pushing up right into the face of World Life, trying to get the shot, but unfortunately a straw coming in from the roof control there from Blitz. World Life is saved, but Gump does have some information, manages to get 34 more damage onto it, and he's just barely surviving here. Alpha objective holding on by a thread, but he gets a bit of a squad bomb presence here from Wonder Bamboo and Rune. I like Bamboo's new name, Wonder Bamboo.
It's good, yeah.
A little bit of excitement, some magic and wonder put in.
Yeah, we see that World Life is doing pretty well, but I don't think he's getting the infantry support he is supposed to get. He's killing a lot of people, fighting on that alpha flag, dying very rarely, being surrounded by infantry. This is going to be pretty interesting. He's 3 infantries v1 right now. He kills one of them.
Trying to get the second one, landing a couple shots with the HMG, but that glitchy building denying him. A miss coming in as well from Gump, I believe. Oh, it's Rune.
It's Rune, yeah.
Or Kylo Ren.
Rune's down, but Gump appears. Yeah, that's pretty ratty over there. Constant alpha presence, you know, it keeps your tank backed up. Probably like when Rune dies, he did die, and he's probably waiting for the tank.
Yeah, but there's only 5 tickets remaining for Blitz as World Life gets taken out there by the Scrubward Gump.
Yeah.
That is GG.
For this half at least.
Well, GG for the half. 85 tickets, not too difficult for Blitz to come around, but with the map being so balanced on both sides as it is, it